and they are actual ships that have been documented on and near Table Mountain in Cape Town, South Africa. I thought I'd just show these while I'm waiting on Rosie to get back in the house. And good evening. We've also got these in the inverted mode. I heard Bruce Seasaw passed away. May God be with his family and may he rest in peace. He contributed a lot to disclosure with UFOs and stuff like that. He did his best. Hello there. Shalom, Chris. This one ship in the middle, like this great big long one, when we compared it to the ships that were in the clouds at Table Mountain in Cape Town, South Africa, this long ship was as long as the top of the Table Mountain, however many miles or feet or whatever it was. Good evening, the Phoenix. I'm going to scoot this over here. I'm waiting on Rosie to come in the house. She shouldn't even went out, but she did. She went outside, and this is they literally started off coming in little at a time, but then they just kept multiplying and multiplying and multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. And
that's a lot of ships, Israel. The question is what are they here for? We know that people has been seeing ships in the skies at night and in the daytime, but mostly at night. The question is, what are they here for? And who are they here for? That Gina is seeing at night on her telescope at night, because they're already in our atmosphere, Israel. Maybe they're coming in and out of portals and just on standby, just waiting to the time when they can reveal themselves and that we can all see them.
There were thousands of them. Thousands of them in the sky that I documented. One might say tens of thousands. You could. But they are cloaked in the skies, and they do appear to have like windows in them, some of them. I've only seen like one other person that was able to capture these type. His name was Michael something. Not saying that there wasn't other people who were able to, but they don't look like your typical UFO. They don't look like your typical ship. I've got infrared. You cannot get these images with infrared. These images were taken with my iPhone and a clip-on lens, and the flashlight came on when I took it. And yeah.
That's a lot of ships, Israel. She's seeing a lot of ships here. It's one long ship here. Here's another ship. Get on, bug. Here's another ship. Here. 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 Like they're everywhere. She's seeing them everywhere. Here. Here. And a lot of times, Israel, we see them at night. by the moon or sometime by the sun. It's like they're getting their energy from the moon and from the sun, because they're always by the moon and always by the sun. But this is a lot of ships, Israel, just on standby. Notice that people are just seeing them. And then again, it could be the government doing it too, because they can make ships to look like UFOs. I'm not saying that that's not what these are. I'm just saying that that's what they can do too, to fool us as to thinking that, you know, the UFO ETs are extraterrestrials are on our planet. We already know that they're here. They're fallen angels. We already know that. And that's who's running this world.
There's no way you would have been able to capture these coming in by the thousands. And they just kept coming and coming and coming and coming. I haven't taken any in a long, long time, because I think they already, excuse me, they've already came and they're interdimensional, and yet they're in the clouds.
Yes, they're in the clouds, because I used to see them when I used to look out my window. I used to see them cloaked in the clouds. Because you know how years ago the clouds used to be so puffy, like a puff of cotton balls, like they would be real puffy. Like now you see the clouds, they look like clouds, but underneath the clouds, it's like something is in that cloud, because you see a silhouette of a ship or something in the clouds. And you can, sometimes if you look at that cloud, whether it's in the daytime or at night, you can see the ship sitting inside the clouds. Like you can actually see the ship in the clouds. So they don't do a they don't do well hiding, cloaking themselves in the clouds, because you can still see them. Underneath it's too even. Clouds are not even. They're shaped funny. They're never perfect, round, oval-like, square, rectangle-like clouds. But this was shaped underneath. It was shaped very perfectly. Like it was shaped like either round or oval or square. And sometimes you can see the sides of the cloud. You can see the sides of the spaceship cloaked in the clouds. Like you can see the two ends of it, and sometimes you can see the tail part. So she told the truth. I've seen it for myself. Should have took pictures, but I didn't.
You were told they were German fleets. Well, I've always called them light ships. Some think that they were the Anunnaki. Some say they were the galactic something ships. But I documented them for around 3 years, non-stop, until I got tired. And I thought, can I please just do something different other than this? Because it really, it was a lot to document. This is an inverted mode.
Will health insurance pay for your walk-in tub? Here's what they don't want senior homeowners in America to know.
And they are on the sun. We captured these on the sun. I was able to get some of them on there in the sun. They don't burn up on the sun.
Because when they're by the sun is when they're powering up their ship or themselves, whatever that is, ETs that it is, by the sun. They're always by the sun. They're always by the sun, they're always by the moon at night, and they're always cloaked in the clouds. cloaked in the clouds in the daytime when you have clouds, or when you can see the blue sky, the water that's above. But they're always cloaked by the sun. And at night, people can actually see them. Even when they're cloaked in the clouds, still can see them when we have clouds at night. Their clouds. Not the created clouds, but theirs. You know, the poison that they put out. The stuff that's making everybody sick. You know, the stuff that's killing us. Yeah, they're clouds. But you can see them cloaked in the clouds. And they'll be there for a minute. I mean, almost as like they're watching you. Like they're there to watch you. But it'd be a lot of them in the daytime. All in the clouds. Like now we don't have clouds. But when we have clouds, you can actually see them. Because you can see a silhouette of something dark in the clouds. We know they ain't always rain.
Sun either. There's ships that come out of there's like big windows right there. These big windows you can see in the clouds too. Rosie, are you outside? Come on in. Yeah, Galactic Federation of Light, that's what some said these could be. But then some of them look like, they look like computerized. It's what they looked like.
Look like a little oval chips. Small little tic-tacs. Real little. Small tic-tacs, like right here. Little small tic-tacs. They look small when you're looking it through your phone or a telescope. But I'm quite sure, like here and here. And up here's a bigger one. This looks like a bigger one here too. And here. And here. And this one here is by the sun. Getting off energy or getting energy. Here. Here and here. There's a lot of them. There's a big one right here. This one's a big one here. And right here, it's a big one. See, that's a big spaceship. But yeah, always by the sun. Power themselves up in their ships. Within our atmosphere.
These are what the original photos look like. Excuse me. I got a lot of flack for this. But that's what the original photos looked like. They really kind of look spacey. That's what they look like. Is someone in here? Hold on, y'all. I'm going to see if I saw Rosie coming in here. I hear something. Rosie, is that you? You snuck in and I didn't see you. You're not going back outside, Rosie. There. You're a good little girl. You came in. That's perfect. I've been waiting for Rosie to come back in the house. That's why I was sitting here. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Yeah. Hello, Al Honey. Yeah, we just looking at these in my GIMP folder on my laptop because I was waiting for Rosie, honey, to get in the house. And it got to the point that these ships, there were so many of them. It's like, where on earth could they park? The sky must be packed plumb full. There were others who say these were the chariots of the Most High God. All I know is, I didn't know what they were, but I documented them coming in with my iPhone.
You never know what they are, Israel. All she knows is their ships, and she's seeing them. Why she's seeing them, I don't know. But she's seeing them, and not just Gina. Everybody's seeing them because they're filming it and putting it on TikTok. So everybody's seeing the UFOs. Everybody is seeing it in the clouds and by the sun. And actually just seeing, they say they seeing them flying around. You seeing them flying around, and they're not the Creator's chariots. Because they're going to be on standby, just waiting. Whether they're by the sun or by the moon. They're just going to wait. They're just going to be there waiting. Israel. Not going to be out flying around for you to see. When that time comes, if it's the Creator's chariots, then you're going to see them. Everybody's going to see them because there's so many of them. If they are the Creator's chariots.
And they are in the clouds. They come out every now and then. We're going to see some in the edge detect also. This is what I started off doing right here. Rosie came in the house like a good little baby. She did. She came right on in. Just like that. Could you imagine looking up in the sky and you see all kinds of long white ships. Long white ships. Clustered all in the sky. There's some more right here. And again, they're not going to look like what you think they would look like. They kind of look like submarines up there in the sky.
I don't believe that those were the Anunnakis because the Anunnakis are already here. Just underground where you can't see them. And they ain't number the fallen angels. So that's not them. Maybe some other ET, but it ain't the Anunnakis.
Okay. There's a single long rectangular ship. They're not your typical UFOs, like the flying saucers. Of course, they're looking at them from the edge. What on earth? Oh, yeah, here we go. It's a little bit up close. It's like, they did look computer. They looked like, robotic. They looked kind of robotic. Look how they have these things on them, just like the cubes, like the QR codes and stuff like that. They do. They got the same things like the cubes. I don't know if they travel in them or what, but some of the clouds have this kind of stuff in them. I've actually seen these ones right here on NASA's product. On one of their, I think it's the Soholasco C2, the red one, or the SDO coming out. See how they're layered? Like that.
Before Contrave, I had tried a bunch of fad diets, little short-term things that never really seemed to last for me. My doctor handed me the Contrave pamphlet that was in his office, and I wanted to give it a try.
Contrave is for adults struggling with obesity or who are overweight with a weight-related condition and should be used with diet and exercise.
Like different shapes to them. It's a lot. I'm going to get to the edge detect. If you're just tuning in, hello. Oh, Rosie's in here with me. You remember me catching these? Yeah. I haven't took any pictures in a long time with my clip-on lens. I would have to take it with an older iPhone probably my iPhone SE or my iPhone 6 is what I'd have to take them with. This is what this is like out in space. Like, it may not look like anything to some. It may not, but they're in the sky. I actually caught one of these like robotic looking ones in the clouds. It looked like a robot that was in the clouds. There's robotic things in the clouds too. Look at that.
So you see them with color, looks like a ship. It's the top part of it, and here's the bottom. And she gave it color so you can see with her camera on her iPhone. These are ships. This seems like it has windows. Well, we know ships have windows because how can they see? They got to be able to see. And here as well, these ships here. Yes. Windows. These windows are here too. Excuse me. So they have windows. Israel. And she's seeing a lot of them. Gina Marie. She always captures when she sees ships out in the sky. And while she's out in no man's land, she can have a better view of these ships. Israel.
What is that? All of our relations. Hello, Polly, honey.
Now see, there she has a lot of them. There's a lot of ships here. This is a really big one here. Right here. Look like two. Excuse me, but it's one. Here's another one that's big. Here's another one. Right here. Below that one. Here's another long one. Here's one real long big one here. And right here. And here. Here's one here. A lot of ships here. So there's a lot of ships that's here, Israel, that Gina Marie Cavenhill is seeing. A lot of ships that's coming in and out of our atmosphere through portals. They can go in and out of portals. They just can't come in and out of the firmament. Israel.
Lots of them. It's like a parking lot. So tons of them. They never went anywhere. I think they just cloaked themselves is what they did. Totally cloaked themselves.
All sitting there waiting on a command to come into full view to do some destroying, Israel. And as you see that Gina's showing you, that's a lot of them. So imagine all these ships showing themselves in full view, and you seeing how big they would be. It's a lot of them. A whole lot of them. Thousands of them. Like she said, thousands of them. Just showing themselves. The question is, what's coming out these ships and who they here for?
No. It's a little close. Now, get a little closer. Don't be shy. This is the inverted mode of what they look like. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yeah, I don't know how they keep from crashing into one another. It would be very crowded. but they really do appear to be interdimensional. And they're in the clouds.
Just sitting there, just waiting. Waiting for what? But they're just waiting. Don't know what they're waiting for, Israel, but they're waiting. So the Creator give a command to strike. But we are seeing them. The people are seeing them. That's why they put it on TikTok. People are seeing them. That's why they put them on YouTube. This is why Gina Yon is doing the video on her iPhone. She's catching them. So it's not like that's not true. It's not happening, or people are fabricating and making believe. No, these are actually happening. All this is taking place, Israel.
They're in the clouds. Let me see that again. It's cloaked in them. Let me zoom it out. I'd like to see some Edge Detect. I really would, because those are really neat to look at, the ones in the Edge Detect. Well, we wish you the best of luck, Harry. There's going to be a lot more of that happening to a lot more people. And it's going to get really difficult. But we got to stay strong. Stay strong. I know some of these look like duplicates.
What Donald Trump plans to do, what is in effect a national sales tax. Donald Trump's plan would cost a typical family $3,900 a year.
All right, here we go.
No.
What is this?
A little article about United Arab's central bank. Okay, and you can see it was published today. And you know, what was it? What day did they have?
So they did that back in 2021. I did a video on that, the CBDC strategy deadline for them. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. You all watch that. You should watch this over this flying thing across the moon. It's like some kind of winged being or something. Literally went flying across the moon. See it? I don't know what it was, but we caught it on there one night filming during a live stream. Going straight down. And it was moving super fast.
What was that, Israel? A UFO? A ship? Or something else? What is this right here by the moon? This right here. A meteor? An asteroid? Something. It's something. Definitely something dark. Right by the moon. That she's filming. Can't quite tell what it is, but it's definitely something.
Rosie, honey, you can't go outside because you're a little baby. That's right, Rosie, you can't. I got a moth flying around my head right now. trying to push that play button and that moth was flying around. This is the moon. No, it wasn't a bat. It was something else.
I found a picture of the sun in one of my folders on my laptop, and I thought, I don't ever remember putting this picture in one of my folders. I could not tell you with all the answers, but I don't think anyone would.
That sun. It's wild. What was this? I think somebody sent me this. Yeah, I think they were pulling my leg with the ISWA thing. I think that was a city right there. There's more ships. More ships. Lots of them. Oh my goodness, you all. It's getting late. It's getting really late. You will be looking for a job as well, Terry. I think there's a lot that are going to be doing that. They're going to have to come up with a universal basic income. I know they're already working on it, but it ain't gonna, it's not gonna be pretty at all. I gotta hurry up and get through these. Okay. Oh, okay, we can look at this. This is a star. This is perfect. This is what a star looks like that we zoomed up on in the sky. I know it looks kind of strange. I don't think it's rotating. It's trying to change its color. Let me see this in the inverted mode.
To me, it looks like a face with its mouth open. Like these, the eyes here. It looks like a mouth. Like he got his mouth open. There's his chin here. Yeah, it looks like a mouth. His lips. It just looks like this his mouth right here. That's what it looks like. Even though she said it's a star, it doesn't quite look like it.
The inside. Looks like a ship. It really does look like some type of a ship in the sky. I can't reach my water. Rosie, honey, I hear you eating. Are you eating your food, Rosie? You are.
Do not shop at Walmart until you see this. So my brother works at Walmart and he let me in on a little known secret.
What is this? This is Table Mountain, Cape Town, South Africa. One of those light ships, the great big long one, it's as long as the top of Table Mountain. However wide the top of Table Mountain is what the big long white ship is. It's that long, the breadth of the whole entire mountain. Oh, it's plasma. That's why I showed that. There's a plasma light being, plasma ship right there. That's why I filmed it. That is why I filmed it. Oh, it went up. It literally went up there. It went up there at the top. Let me see if I can get it again. It went all the way at the top. It went from down there, and then it made its way to the top of the screen. It flew away. Let's see if we can catch it flying away. It goes to the top. It's gonna go to the top. There it went. It went right up there. You see it? That plasma ship went all the way up there to the top of the screen and went into the clouds. It was a plasma ship, is what it was.
And that's just what they do. After they make themselves known that you can see them, that is what they do, Israel. That plasma ship goes back into the clouds. That's how you can able to see them cloaked in that cloud. Like I said, perfectly underneath the cloud, perfectly aligned, perfectly shaped, that you could see them cloaked in the clouds. Like, they think we cannot see them, but we actually can. And once we see them and they know we see them, then they leave or be invisible. But I don't see it anymore. And then, like, later, I'll go outside or look out my window, and then I'll see another one. It's always cloaked in the clouds or by the sun. Sometimes when you can see them at night by the moon.
Let's watch that. It's down here. And then it literally goes all the way up there in the sky. We can get it. You go all the way up there. There it went. It flew away. It literally flew away once it got up there to the top of Cape Town, South Africa. I don't know what that was. I think that's the end of my stuff on here, I really do. Let me see. That is the end of my things on here. That's the end of those right there. No. Let me see. Well, wait a second. This is one more. The docking station by the sun. May not play. This is the docking station by the sun. Look how these things are moving. Let's see right here. That's the sun. Well, and that's the docking station. Like there's constant movement. I am going to go. Let me turn this laptop off. I'm going to turn this light on. Right here, it's dark in here. Rosie, honey, you're not going outside. You're not. Do you hear me, Rosie, honey? Where you doing? You're not going back outside. You just came in because you're a little baby. I am going to go, you all. I got to get up in the morning and take my husband to the VA hospital, so I'll be out for a little while.
Much love.
So,